Okay, good morning everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Baruch Haba. We're continuing in Mishna Berura Daf Hashavua. We're learning Siman Kuf Daled Shaloi Lahafsik Batfila. One should not interrupt during his davening. Says the Mechaber, Lo Yafsik Batfila. So one should not interrupt during his tefillah. Ba'afilu Melech Yisrael Shal B'Shloim Lo Yishivenu. Even if the king of Israel asks you, "Nu, Vas Herzach, what's going on?" You cannot interrupt. Aval Melech Oived Gilulim, but an idolatrous king, im efshaloi lakatzer. If you could tell him concisely, I'm sorry, im efshaloi lakatzer. If you could abbreviate your tefillah, dahainu sheyomer tchilas habracha v'soifa kodim shagia elav. That is, you say the beginning of the bracha and the end before he gets to you. Yikatzer, you should shorten, abbreviate your davening. Or if you could turn off, veer off the road to the side, don't interrupt by speaking. But if you have no alternative, yafsik, interrupt. Says Mishna, lo yafsik. Don't interrupt in your davening. Even to hint is asr. Unless a kid is crying, you could allude to him with your hand to be quiet, and not to disturb you. So if the kid is crying, you could quiet him to tell him to be quiet. Okay. If it's not working, walk away from him. Don't speak to him. So it's better to walk during your Shemone Esrei than to talk during your Shemone Esrei. Now, what if, let's say there's a guy in front of you who finished his Shemone Esrei and he's waiting for you to take the 3 steps back so he could, and it's stirring you. So you could, Reb Chaim says, you could allude to him, walk to the side, take 3 steps back to the side. Or if you see your kid making noise during davening and it's disturbing you, Reb Chaim Kevzi says, you could show him, hey, look, come here, look where we're up to. Or if you're middle of Shemone Esrei and people, you're in a bad spot in the shul, you're in a very busy spot, and it's disturbing your kavanah, you're allowed to walk and go somewhere else. Okay. Another instance is, if let's say somebody is waiting for you, they're waiting for you for whatever reason to finish davening, and you don't want them to wait, you could also motion that they should go on. So there are instances you're allowed to be merames. V'chein adam nichbad she'omed betfila v'ashir otzira mamtin al meres kasha kedusha v'eina merutza b'kach she'yamtinu alav v'zeh matrida betfila mutar lo l'rames l'shel tzivul she'espal kedarkai. You could hint to him that he should continue on. What if you're davening along Shemone Esrei and you're afraid people are going to mock you that you're davening such a long Shemone Esrei? You're allowed to take 3 steps back in middle even though you're not finished, and then you just continue on. Or another eitzah is, let's say for whatever reason they're waiting for you to finish Shemone Esrei, you don't want them to wait, so you randomly take 3 steps back in middle. And meaning you don't want to motion as if like you're saying, I know you're waiting for me, but you don't want them to wait for you. So what do? You take 3 steps back. That's one of what we call one of the oldest tricks in the book. Okay, so all of these situations are permitted. Okay, weiter. Bitfilasai. You now be mafsik in tshuva. Afilu b'makom hefsid mamayin. Even if you're going to lose money, ein lo lahafsik. You're now to be mafsik. As the Kaf HaChaim, the Ramah says that you don't have to spend more than 1/5 of your money for a mitzvah. Here, you have to lose more than 1/5 of your money. Meaning, I would have thought the guideline here is 1/5 of your money. So why over here b'makom hefsid mamayin ein lo lahafsik? Sorry. I would have said something else. I would have said, because the din you only have to spend a fifth of your money is to be Mekayim and Asay, but to be Mafsik by Shemone Esrei, that's an Isser. For an Isser, you have to give up all your money. What about an Isser D'Rabbanan? Even an Isser D'Rabbanan, you have to give up all your money. You know that? Even an Isser D'Rabbanan, you have to give up all your money. So I don't know why the Kaf HaChaim says like this, even though you don't have to give up more than a fifth, but here you're Oimed Lefnei HaMelech, it's not covered to be mafsik for $50,000. It's not right. You can't do that. Says again, I would have said, and I still would argue that there's a different reason. Being mafsik has a din of an isser, and you have to give up all your money not to violate a drabanan. Fine. Kasav hachai adam ha'oimed betfila, one who's in the middle of davening, nestapik be'ezah din ech yispala, and he's masupik about a halacha. Kagon sheshachach ezah davar betfila, you forgot something in davening, and you don't know what the halacha is. Mutar leilech v'makaymai, you're allowed to leave your spot, l'maka miyuchad, to a designated spot, l'ayin sham b'sefer, and look it up in the Mishnah Berura. You could walk in middle of Shemone Esrei and look it up in the Mishnah Berura, whatever other sefer you need to look it up in. Second. So we're in. So this is number 8. Now, what do you do when you find the answer? Do you go back to the original spot, or do you stay where you are? Reb Chaim Kanievsky says, l'chayr, you have to stay by the bookshelf. What if, this is talking about where you know where the book is. What if you don't know where the sefer is? So you're allowed to walk around the shul to try to find the sefer. What about if I could write the shaila? Is that better? Yeah, Reb Chaim Kanievsky says better to write the shaila, not to be mafsik b'dibor. Even if you say ksivas kedibor, that's only if you want the ksiva to be kedibor. The din of ksiva kedibor is, let's say you can't talk, and you want to daven, and you want to utilize the din of ksiva kedibor, then ksiva is like dibor. But if you don't want ksiva to be like dibor, it doesn't have to be. Fine. Now, could you ask a shaila? Tzorachiyun, it's a question of nearly the mutter. The Mishnah says it's mutter. You're allowed to ask a shaila in the middle of Shemone Esrei. Now the question is, let's say the rabbi is in the middle of Shemone Esrei. Does he have to answer you? And why would he have to answer? Why would he have to sin for you? Maybe he doesn't. Okay. But if he's a king of who is idolatrous, v'adin anas alma, mean the point being, if it's a melech oiver gilulim, your life is on the line, or any other dangerous guy, again, you're afraid he might kill you. Oyim efsher, or if it's possible to veer off the road, v'toiv yoyser lekatzer. It's better to abbreviate your Shemone Esrei. That's better than veering off the road. Prima Gadim says we have to think about this because it could be walking for the sake of davening is not a hefsek. But if you have no eitzah, you could even ask him. What's the guy in North Korea's name? Nobody knows. Okay, good. I feel lishala b'shleimai. You say taekwondo, whatever his name is. How you doing? You know, because that would be preferable than him pressing the button. You know, when you evaluate that, otherwise you'd be b'sakana. Certainly, you could respond to him. Sif beis. You're riding on the road. You're davening on the road. You're davening on the road. Now the thing is, you're on the street, and an animal or wagon is headed your way. Who said Mishnah Berura is not exciting? You hear the case? You're davening on the road, and there's a cow, a bull, a bronco, a brucking bronco is headed your way. Or there's a wagon. Yitem in aderach, veer off the road, v'lo yafsik, and don't be mafsik. But under other circumstances, you should not go out of your spot. Unless you're up to the supplications at the end of the davening. Even though your life is in peril because there's a bull. You went to Spain and you didn't realize that you're davening Shemone Esrei on the wrong road because there are about 50 bulls headed your way with the rest of the population of the country running before and after them. So what are you going to do? So you're in a sakana. Mikal makom, you don't have to talk. Nobody said you have to talk. Since it's possible to save yourself by veering off the road, asr lahafsik bedibor. It is asr to be mafsik bedibor. You can't say, "Hey, Feivel, why don't you take the club and hit the oncoming bull on the head?" Or scream at the oncoming wagon driver. No, you're not allowed to talk. You could veer off the road. Better to veer off the road than to talk. But other circumstances, you can't move out of your spot. What's the case over there? If we had this, you're in the middle of davening Shemone Esrei, a child urinated next to you, so you're allowed to walk away. Here we say the only time you're allowed to walk away is if your life is in danger. No, there it's different because it's l'tzarech hatfila. What if you realize in the middle of davening you're facing west? So we had in Siman Tzadidal Katan Yoda Dershu quotes, turn yourself to face east. So l'tzarech tefillah you're allowed to. But otherwise, ein latzes. V'yesh ligar b'chazanim. You could scream at chazanim. That they move out of their spot when they get to va'anachnu kairim. Mamish in yana diyoma. Meaning they position themselves to be able to bow, because otherwise they're maybe too close to the arayin or they're not in the right position, and this is not right. So what should we do? Sit tender. It's interesting, the Dershu holds that it's a sit tender. You position the stender over there. Kanohug, like it is the custom, beinoy l'teva, between him and the arayin. Uba avoida, and when you get up to the avoida, misalkin hasitender, you remove the stender. Bein tzarach lakaraglav. This way the chazan doesn't have to move his feet. Let's say a person is a middle of Shemone Esrei, and he's getting a phone call. So you say, how could he get a phone call Shemone Esrei? A terrorist came and tied his cell phone to him. That's obviously the only way that he would have a phone in the shul. By the way, I don't know if you ever heard me say this, but Rosh Hashanah is coming. The best Kabbalah you could ever make is not to bring your phone in the shul. You can't have a phone in the shul. You can't daven with the phone on you. But the case was a terrorist came and he put the phone on you, and now you're getting a phone call in the middle of Shemone Esrei. Are you allowed to answer the phone and go, no, and make bizarre noises to let the guy who's calling you know that you're in the middle of davening? No, of course not. You can't be merames in the middle of davening. Or benching. Benching, by the way, has a din of amida. Okay? You can't be merames. So you're saying, does that mean you shouldn't have your phone on you when you're benched? Yeah, that's what it means. Otherwise, how are you supposed to have kavanah? Remove it from the premises. Okay, anyway. Should we do one more? No, we're going to hold it over here, okay? We're going to hold it here. We'll pick it up tomorrow in Sivkatan Tes. Okay, Rabbi Isai, have a great day. Bracha v'atzlacha. 1 second. So you want to know, Shalom Gemara Chazon. Okay, even to be counted enough to start Chazon.